Hello and welcome to another edition of Citizen Herald. Today we have with us two guests who have been highlighting issues of public concern on various issues. This time on this program we have Mr. Roland Martins, the coordinator of Goa Can. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Roland has highlighted an issue in Citizen Herald which actually has been covered by Herald twice, once when the issue was highlighted and second time when the necessary action was taken by the authorities concerned. So, the first article in Citizen Herald read, ongoing sewage work at Margao without safety measures pose risk to pedestrians and motorists. Now, we will be tackling each of these issues in four parts. First, we will ask our guest Mr. Roland Martins to highlight what is the problem. Secondly, we look at the dangers or the consequences of public authorities leaving this work unattended or doing it in a haphazard manner. The third is we look to solutions, what can be done to improve public safety as per the issue concerned. And fourth is we look at if citizens have a similar problem, which issues should we, which authorities should we address. So, as we have said, this issue is about the sewerage work which was being carried out in Margao. And the second article of Citizen Herald said Margao sewage line work with citizens highlighting negligence on safety measures, SIDCGL, that is the sewerage corporation, immediately takes action. So, there are two issues. Now, as a citizen, what did you notice was the problem with this sewerage work which is carried out? Because this is a work of public utility. But what problem did you see in this?
See, I saw it for myself, and plus many consumers who are, either road users on two-wheelers, cars, etc., started giving us feedback that the entire focus of the work in that area, that means the area right in front of the KTC bus stand, till what we call the old market circle, was missing, like take diversion. These were the boards put up. But really, there was no direction. When you say take a direction, it's not just a board. It has to be somebody in person has to be there. Some authority should be there, or there should be some name of the agency. Now, once this came to my notice, I also went by and I saw, is it a fact, yes or no? I checked it out. And became very clear and evident to me that what was missing directly was the basic information which is required for any government project, and that is first the name of the agency who has been awarded the works and by whom. So, you have the contractor's name, contact details of the contractor like phone number, email, then the name of the agency. So, if it is the sewerage corporation, their name would appear there with their contact details. Then comes the period on which this diversion has to take place. So, that period was not disclosed. Then also the amount of money being spent on this project.
Okay.
So, these are the basics. Now, when I found that the basics were not there, from Goa Can we immediately shot off a letter to the collector saying that this now is going to result in two things. One, lack of information. Secondly, if there is an episode where there is danger to public safety, then what does one do? One can call 100, the ambulance, or call the police, but there has to be some responsibility on the people undertaking the work. By that time, we found the second work being started from the district hospital, right to the KTC bus stand. That phase of the road work was being undertaken, and there we saw very clearly the advertisement issued by the collector in the newspaper, which is a public notice saying that as per the device speed traffic application and the PWD department's application for closure of the road, I am satisfied with this thing, it is required, etc., and therefore I issue the notice. Now, in this notification, if you see, there are terms and conditions very clearly listed out to the contractor and the agency which is awarding this contract. Now, here we found that the corporation had totally lacked in its responsibility. So, I personally then came to Panjim and I met the MD of the corporation, Mr. I can't remember his name right now. Met him and I said, look, boss, this is the problem. You're sitting in Panjim, the work is in Margao. And there has to be somebody at the field. So he mentioned there are some junior engineer, etc. But I said, let's not, nothing is available.
Okay. So before we go on to, discussing other aspects of this problem, we'll just have a look at what is happening in Margao as a result of this road digging. We have some visuals to better make known to the viewers how this situation actually was in Margao, and maybe in some parts it still is.
या आमगेले डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल आनी हिंगा सिवरेजाचें काम चालू आहा आनी वो रोड सगलो तेणी फोंड मारून वो रोड तेणी सारको इनकम्प्लीट अजून काम सारको चालू ना तेंगेले इनकम्प्लीट कोत्ताय आनी सगळे आतां ओल्ड मार्केटासून ते डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटला कडेन तेणी फोंड मारून दवरल्याय. आतां प्रॉब्लम कितें जाता ते केन्नाय आतां 2 दीस पयलीं हिंगा सगळे मॅशिनरी घालून मोदें काम स्टार्ट केलें सकाळी फुडें आनी सारको हितू प्रॉब्लम जालो. भुरग्यांक इस्कला पावपा लेट जालो, कॉलेज भुरग्यांक कॉलेज पावपा लेट जालो, जे गव्हर्मेंट सर्वंट आहा तांकां टायमार पावपाक लेट जालो. सो हें कितें जाता आतां हिंगा हे खंयच्या टायमार काम स्टार्ट कोत्ता हे भाशेन जावपा जायना. आनी थिंग पड आमगे आनी एक रोड आहा आमगेले कलेक्टराक वचून तो होलसेल रोडा वयता, फीश मार्केट होलसेल आहा तेशी. सो तो रोडाक कितें जाता तो रोड सकाळी तेच्यान वचों मेळना, थिंग सगल्यो नुस्त्या गाडयो बिडयो लावन तो रोड बिजी आसता. सो तेका लागून लोक हे सायडीन येताय, तो आमगे पेंजीम रोड आहा तेची. सो ह्या रोडाक सारको सकाळीचो ट्रॅफीक जाम आसता. सो हांव मागोता हे कोण कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहा तेणें फकत राती काम करपाक, कित्याक दिसा हिंगा पॉसिबल ना हिंगा काम करपाक, कित्याक फूल ट्रॅफीक जाम जाता आनी सारको सकाळीचो लोकांक कामा पावपा सारको त्रास जाता. सो हांव मागोता आमगे गोवोरमेंटान हेजेर एक्शन घेवचें आनी एक जात तितू बेगीन हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरान काम करून क्लियर करचें आनी लोकांक एक पिसफूल वचपाक कोण दिवचें.
Okay. Now, when we look at this problem of road digging for sewerage works, what are the dangers that you saw in this?
See, there are two things. One is when the road is narrowed down because of construction work or digging going on, the first thing that has to be is a new kind of speed limits which have to be put there. Then there has to be, if there are pits being dug, then the pits have to be enclosed, well enclosed, so nobody can slip and fall into that pit.
Yeah.
And in this particular area, if you see, there are a lot of children, who are, connected with various odd jobs, children from other parts of the state, and their families live, along on that footpath and some other areas. So all of them are running around the place.
Okay.
Now, this becomes even more dangerous because, a small pit is enough for a child to slip and fall in, and one wouldn't even know that this child has fallen in.
Okay.
So there has to be protection from accidents, road accidents that can occur. And second thing is that danger in terms of protection from danger that may occur during the night time.
Okay.
So somebody may fall into a pit, somebody may crash into something because the roads are narrowed down. And it's an important road connecting, other parts of Salsett Taluka with Madgaon.
Okay. And now, you have mentioned that there are also no security guards or traffic marshals.
Yes.
With no retro-reflective jackets for traffic control and regulations.
Yeah. Now, if you see the order of the collector, it very clearly states that while the road is being, shut down or narrowed down for movement, the traffic diversion has to be, monitored by the appointment of traffic marshals, by the contractor. Now, this is a very important point because here the presumption is that the traffic police will do all this work. See, the Madgaon traffic cell is already understaffed. They have got less personnel. They have got their regular duties. Now, if they are going to come for this kind of work, it's become very difficult, very stress on them. So, the point of putting the term and condition at traffic marshal means they will hire some people only to show the go signal, green signal or red signal. Accordingly, the traffic will move because you are using a single road for traffic to go and come.
Yeah.
So this has to be monitored.
Yeah.
Now, the lack of this traffic marshal was creating traffic jams.
Yeah.
You see, so, and already you see you have to go round, even the shuttle bus would have to go round the circle and then proceed to Panjim.
Yeah.
So it's an extra time where the shuttle has to take. Then there's a traffic signal also.
Yeah.
So all this put together, you can make this thing very easy for people if these traffic marshals are in place.
Now, what according to you, having, you are relentlessly fighting for a, Goa on many issues, fighting to make awareness about citizens' rights
Yeah.
and responsibilities of the
Yes,
authorities.
yes.
And, you would be in a good position to suggest to us what are the things that we look for as solutions when these kind of, works are undertaken.
Yeah. See, first and foremost, what I would say that needs to be done is all these work orders and terms and conditions should be immediately hosted on various websites.
Okay.
So one thing could be that the collectorate website could have it, Margao Municipal Council website could have it, the PWD website could have it, and the corporation website could have it.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to read and know this, and this could be a flashing thing which says this is a new piece of information.
Yeah.
Okay, most of these terms and conditions get carried in the newspapers, in the print version of the news of the media, in terms of paid advertisements.
Yeah.
The same thing could be made as a synopsis by the Information and Publicity Department of the government, which says from this day to this day there will be a road closure, there will be restricted movement. So public may be aware. Okay. If you have any difficulty, contact on these telephone numbers. So I think these things need to be put in place, because Goa is, you see, as a tourist destination, there are thousands of tourists coming on these roads,
yeah,
who are not aware of some digging happening for 1 month, 15 days, whatever. So where does one get all this, information? So
yeah,
to make life of the public, less stressful, these are the things that we need to put in place.
and it should also be on social media, because
Yeah,
medium like
see what
WhatsApp-
happens once it is on the websites, it's very easy to then share it on Facebook, Instagram, etc. The problem is it's not digitalized. This is the first problem.
Yeah.
So the advertisement is put, is published. So as per the requirement, a public notice has been put. Thereafter, everything is forgotten.
Okay.
And this public notice comes well before the roads have actually been dug. So it's not that it's a last minute thing. It's a well thought of exercise. And therefore, I feel, as you have rightly pointed out, social media is a good opportunity to further, highlight or give more publicity to the thing.
Now, this issue about, road digging, especially for sewage work, is being carried out in most of the towns, especially in the capital city of
Yes,
Panjim.
yes.
And people's, tolerance limits have been tested
Yes.
with this kind of work, because no sooner a work begins on one road, the entry roads are closed, then people are forced to take no entry. Now, in this case, if there is any issue, now which are the authorities that one needs to address when these issues come up, especially with regard to road digging?
So as you have rightly pointed out, you see, it's not digging only in one city, one town, one part of Goa. It's happening all over. So in fact, taking the Margao experience, what we did is we took up the issue in Ponda, we took up the issue in Panjim also.
Okay.
And we took photographs of what was happening outside the Deputy Collector's office in Ponda, what was happening in front of Junta House in Panjim. And we shared these pictures with the Commissioner of CCP, the collectors, respective collectors. And what we found is that there was quick response to it.
Okay.
And I must say that this we did basically to test whether, see, because there's many citizens say to us, what's the point of doing anything? I mean, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Now, we are of the opinion that there's no harm in trying first. You need to try, you need to correct the system. And what I would like to say is that, for example, there were corporation boards used in Panjim, for example. Then the MD of corporation said, look, it's not our work, it's PWD work. I said, very good. Thanks for the clarification. But don't allow them to use your boards. Very simple. So he said, yes, immediately I will get them to withdraw the boards.
Okay.
So next day I saw the same boards were used, but PWD with kacha paint was painted on that PWD.
Okay.
See, it's not acceptable anyway, but what I'm saying is that if you flag the issue, and this is what I would say to citizens, see, I would not recommend landlines, because right now you don't know which landline is working or the bills are paid and all that. So
Okay.
what I would say is go onto the website, Government of Goa, email IDs are there for the collector, for each corporation, each municipality. Write an email saying that this is what I have encountered, copy the media into it, and vice versa. When you get something done, write back to the media and say, so it's come as an impact story. Now, I think this is important, because if we can at least take up things in Ponda, Margaon, Vasco, Panjim, Mapsa to begin with.
Yeah.
Slowly the village panchayat areas can catch up and things will move forward. But the key, as I said, is people have to exercise their right to know. See, if a road is dug up, why it is dug up, who has dug it, I need to know. I have a right to know. And I want to just point one thing here, that in Margaon, not only did we get the safety red lights and all that thing happening, there was a board which put out the cost of the project, which is 22 crores.
Oh.
And the agencies who have been awarded the contract, etc. Now, I think this is something one would have to file through RTI to get it, and here we got it just through public safety.
Okay.
So I think that, you know, these are the things what I would suggest that any citizen can do and should continue being a watchdog and alert citizen, you know, to fix the problem that we face every day.
Yeah. And how many years have you been working in this field?
See, Goa can, of course, before that we took up many initiatives on consumer rights, but Goa can over the last 20 years have completed 20 years campaigning on civic and consumer rights and responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I would say we are happy to see the response now people are beginning to give, because people have understood that rights go with responsibilities, and if they do their little bit to start making things happen, it's possible.
Okay. Now, it is important to flag here that the organization which Mr. Roland Martin runs is called Goa Can. So, it means that if one keeps at it, you know, gets down to doing some homework with issues, things can be changed, Goa can be improved. It is not enough, you know, to make a noise and to throw your hands up, but to say that if something has to be done, pursue the legal route, get the information, approach the authorities and solve the issue in your neighborhood. So with this, I thank my guest, Mr. Roland Martins, for being on our show Citizen Herald and for enlightening our citizens on civic issues. Thank you very much. The second guest on today's show of Citizen Herald is Mr. Adelmo Fernandes. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, Adelmo has been working for over 35 years in this field of raising public consciousness, writing letters to various newspapers and highlighting various issues, especially with regard to a focus on Vasco. And it is a port town which has had many problems, and these problems have been highlighted by Mr. Adelmo Fernandes. Now, there are so many issues that he takes up that we are prompted to take up two issues that have been taken up by Mr. Adelmo Fernandes. And the first issue is with regard to large bundle of cables hanging from electricity poles at Vasco, and this issue was highlighted on 6th of February 2013. Now again we will proceed in this manner that our guest Mr. Adelmo Fernandes will highlight what is the problem, what are the dangers which are faced, what are the solutions that he envisages, and which are the authorities which we can approach. Now, Mr. Adelmo, can you highlight to us what is this problem that has been figuring in Citizen Herald, which you have underlined with regard to bundles of cables?
You see, the increase in the number of people living here in Vasco has increased many times, several times.
Yeah.
People opt for cable connections, and this cable connection has been given by cable operators through the electricity poles.
Yeah.
So they are using these electricity poles illegally to carry the wires, the cables.
Yeah.
Now it's okay, like if they carry the cables, it's okay, there's no problem. But you see, there are a lot of bundles of these cables hanging from the electricity poles.
Yeah.
Black bundles, like black cables,
Yeah.
This gives an ugly side to the city.
Yeah.
And it is a danger, this cable, they break and they're strewn all over the place on the roads.
Yeah.
This can be very dangerous for the two-wheeler riders and the pedestrians, especially older people, children, and the disabled.
Yeah. Okay. So, to give an idea to our viewers what this situation is, we have some visual images which can be seen on our screen, and which Adelmo has been also kind enough to highlight what is the issue. So, we can just listen to this small video clip.
One issue I would like to highlight today is the cable menace in the city. The increase in the number of people living here has led to more people opting for cable connection to their TV sets. Those supplying cable connections are using the electricity poles to take the cables to the various homes. As a result of this, one sees several bundles of black cables hanging from the electricity poles. This gives an ugly look to the city. Many times broken cables are seen strewn on the roads. This can prove dangerous for the two-wheelers riders.
Okay, now you have also highlighted the dangers which are posed to the citizens. You were saying that the wires are lying on the footpath and they pose a danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is to the two-wheeler riders and to
And the pedestrians.
pedestrians, especially.
It's not on the footpath, it's on the road.
Okay.
They are strewn on over the road.
Okay, they are also going onto the road.
Roads.
Yeah,
So if you get entangled in these wires,
Yeah.
you are liable to fall.
yeah,
And you could have a fatal accident also.
yeah.
So this has to be prevented.
Okay. Now, you have you approached the authorities? Like, for example, I think in this case the authority would be the municipality. So, or to the electricity department. Have they taken cognizance of this?
No, I don't approach the authorities,
Okay.
but through the newspaper, especially through Citizen Herald,
Yeah,
I try to highlight these issues.
yeah. But in your estimation, the authorities that have to take cognizance are either the municipality or the electricity department.
Or even the local MLA, he can work on this.
Yeah,
There were posters on the roads, FL Gomes roads and Swatantra Park,
yeah,
on the electricity poles.
yeah.
All these posters have been removed by the local MLA,
Ah.
Daji Salkar.
Okay, that is the unauthorized posters.
Unauthorized posters.
Okay, okay,
This can be done for the cables also.
okay.
It's okay, cables passing through this, but this, huge bundles
Yeah.
of cables.
So
That's
we
why-
have that photo on the Citizen Herald which shows the quantum of cables which
Yeah.
are there.
And that's have some equipment also attached to it.
Okay, okay.
Some boxes or something, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
it gives an ugly this.
Yeah, first it is ugly and secondly it is dangerous. Dangerous. Okay. Then we move on to the second problem that has been highlighted, and that has to do with wrong parking, which is a regular feature in Vasco. Now, what is the extent of this problem?
This is a huge extent,
Uh,
Parking is a very large problem in Vasco, like in
Yeah.
other cities also.
yeah,
But most of these problems can be solved by the citizen itself,
yeah.
by not involving in wrong parking.
Okay.
They use crisscross parking, so it takes a lot of space. Two-wheelers are parked in four-wheelers where the area is marked for four-wheelers
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah,
This takes a lot of parking space.
yeah,
If this is avoided, the parking can be done regularly, And the shopkeepers, they park their vehicles in front of the shops
okay.
for the whole day. So
Yeah.
when shoppers go, they don't find place to park
Okay.
their vehicles there.
Okay. Now, is it a question of only small vehicles, or is also this problem that heavy vehicles are being parked on the main roads in
Yes.
Vasco?
Heavy vehicles are also being parked, but not in the city,
Yeah.
near IOC terminus and all.
Yeah.
There are no parking zones,
Okay.
but still you see vehicles being parked there
Yeah.
whole day. Obstructs the movement of the vehicles also.
Yeah.
This has to be stopped.
Okay. And what, according to you, is the danger which is posed by, or inconvenience which is done to the other vehicle users or pedestrians or whoever it is?
See, if the vehicles are, two-wheelers are parked in a line, the pedestrians can't cross.
Yeah.
They can't go from the pavement and cross the road and go to the other side.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of inconvenience for the pedestrians.
Yeah.
And people who want to park the vehicles, they can't find a place. You have to go round and round and search for a
That is if it is parked in a haphazard manner.
haphazard manner.
Yeah.
So parking discipline is absolutely necessary.
Yeah. And what about heavy vehicles? When heavy vehicles are parked, what kind of danger do they pose?
I think the local MLA is asked to stop the movement of heavy vehicles into the city.
Yeah.
But I see vehicles still coming to the city, especially with tankers and all.
Yeah.
They need to be stopped.
Okay. The tankers are still passing through Vasco City.
Some are passing through the Vasco City,
Okay.
but this has to completely stop.
But like in Panjim, there is a ban from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Do you have this kind of a ban of heavy vehicles passing through the city?
Yeah, we have a ban
in
on
Vasco.
this Vasco.
You have a ban.
Yeah, but now the local MA wants to do it for the whole day and night, so no vehicles should pass through.
Heavy vehicles.
And we have that other
Especially you have the bypass.
bypass now,
Yeah.
so that can be used
Yeah.
once it is completed.
Okay, okay. Now, you have also highlighted that there are no parking zones, and you have highlighted a solution. Now, what should you think is the role of the traffic police in working out a solution to this problem that you have highlighted? And this, I think, you have highlighted on 13th of February, the Monday Citizen Herald issue. So what should be the role of the authorities? Because we have a similar problem in Panjim also, where the traffic police are not seen when there is traffic congestion or traffic jam.
That's absolutely right. It's in the port town also. Police should be there all round, just to stop this. They can't be there for some time and then disappear and all.
Yeah.
They should come there. If it is parked wrongly, clamp the vehicles,
Yeah.
clamp the wheels, and penalize the offenders.
Okay.
This has to be done regularly, not once in a blue moon and all that.
Yeah.
It has to be a regular this.
So that citizens are also alert.
Aware of it,
Yeah.
so they don't do this.
Yeah.
We have lines drawn on the pavement where you have to park.
Yeah.
But the citizens, they don't do it.
Yeah.
They park the other side or the flanking side, so it takes a lot of space.
Yeah.
That should be avoided.
Okay. And the authorities, in case there is a haphazard parking or unauthorized vehicles visiting the city, then which are the authorities that one has to approach?
You can approach the police department, the traffic police. They are the main people who have to stop this.
Yeah.
They have the authority to stop this.
And
Penalize the
Yeah. And
violations.
I think the Vasco municipality also would be involved in this,
Yeah.
because the Panjim municipality, the traffic police and the municipality works in tandem. The municipality provides the vehicle, and sometimes the vehicles are physically lifted and taken to a site and clamped, because there is no
This
place.
is a very rare scene in Vasco.
Okay.
You hardly see this municipality getting involved.
Okay.
And once in a while, you see some scooters being lifted and taken wrongly parked on.
Yeah.
But it's not a regular thing. It has to be a regular, at least once in a week or something.
So
So that people are aware of it and they don't do wrong parking.
Yeah. So you would appeal that there should be some coordination between the traffic police and the Mormugaon municipality in order to ensure that proper parking takes place, no unauthorized parking takes place, and no parking zones are respected.
Yes, definitely. There should be a coordination between the two.
Yeah. So definitely, Citizen Adelmo Fernandes has been over the years working on many of the issues of public concern and highlighting the issues that concern the city of Vasco. We thank citizens like him who are ever vigilant and because of whom other citizens benefit and enjoy the comfort that we would like to see in our cities. I thank my guest, Mr. Adelmo Fernandes, for being on this show. Thank you for coming on Citizen Herald, and keep on doing the good work that you have been doing for Goa and for Goans.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So that's it that we have on this edition of Citizen Herald. We hope that you enjoy this program. If you have any suggestions, please send them to us. Thank you for watching Herald TV.